Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is the Bangkok Lion, aka Coach JR, head trainer at the Lion's Head Boxing Academy in Bangkok, Thailand. Today, we have a product review for you guys. One of my most favorite tools that I use for training clients from our great sponsors, Fairtex Thailand. But before we do that, I want you to hit that red rectangle right there, which is the subscribe button, and also hit that notification button so that every time I come up with a new video, you're not gonna miss it. So let's get into it. Apart from the speed mitts that Fairtex has, one of my other favorite tools that I have in my bag when it comes to training people or in the gym is the BXP-1 boxing paddle from Fairtex. So here, this is the one in blue. I also have the one in the red and in the black in the gym, but these are my carry-ons. So whenever I train people outside, then this is what I bring, right? So boxing paddles, you see a lot of people use them. I think it's great. For me, I use boxing paddles for, the top reason why I use boxing paddles is to save my hand and my wrist, right? A lot of times, regardless of how good the quality of the product is or the pad is, too much just banging on that palm over and over again can really cause a lot of problems, later on, from the thumb, the wrist, the forearm. So it takes quite a beating over time, and you have to rest it. But then again, you can't rest it for a very long time because you're also working, right? So the next best thing, I wouldn't call it the next best thing, but one of the tools that can save your wrist and your hands is definitely the paddles. Now, this paddle, this is microfiber leather, which is basically lighter than your usual leather, but more durable. And then inside is a stiff foam. It's a little, it's not stiff, but it's just right so the boxer or the client hits it, is not too flimsy, right? It should have enough surface area for them to hit and still feel that they're punching something, right? On right here, the neck. So before I go on, I've actually tried a couple of different paddles, but their usual problem is that they're too flimsy. So what does that equal to, right? Because what they want to do is they want to make it light, but then they can't figure out the ratio of like how to enforce the iron that's in there, the foam and whatnot. So they're ending up having a very flimsy paddle. So just in a short amount of time, the neck breaks pretty easily, right? And next thing you know, you can't feel anything. You're just like slapping. But honestly, like there's really no more surface area feeling for the puncher to feel when they're hitting the pads. But these are great. So right here, they've developed a way on how to like put a small iron that will ensure the neck not to break so easily. That is usually the problem with boxing paddles. Like, different brands, they break here pretty easily, because especially when you hold it like right around here and you slap them, you see like it has to give a little bit, right? So basically what happens is that over time, like, continuous usage of it will create a lot of tension on the neck area, and eventually it will snap. And then you just have like a very flimsy paddle, which you can't really use anymore, right? The handle is great. It's not too small. It's not too big. There's some brands that the handle is like a tennis grip, a tennis handle, where it's like really huge. So over time, what happens is that if you're gripping on something too thick, your forearms get tired. So you can't really hold it as good as you're supposed to. But you see, these has really nice like grooves or angles that allows you to like hold them like nicely and perfectly, but without them spinning around if somebody hits the sides of the paddle, right? Also, obviously, it has a strap where you can put it around your wrist. That's good. But what I usually do, sometimes if my hands are very sweaty, but I don't want that feeling that's like scratching on my wrist. What I do is I just basically overlap it like this, and that gives me extra grip without having to add too much to the other side that makes it like too thick. Okay. So you're probably asking, for you beginners out there, or the ones who haven't tried the paddles yet, what are paddles for? As far as like teaching boxing, it is a great tool to teach snapping, controlled punching, and also how to develop speed. See, with these, you're not banging on these hard. Obviously, it's not a big pad, so the moment you tap or you slap, they have to be snapping their punches in order for you to meet in the middle and get that nice sweet spot in there. Okay, it's definitely not for big punches. Also, not because it's light, you're gonna keep on slapping your clients or your boxers. Allow them to stretch and give them a little, like a 20-30% slap, and they'll feel it. Like, they'll feel that surface area, and allow them to like throw faster and snappier. So overall, I think it's a great product, and I think every coach should have this, simply because it's just a wrist and a hand saver for you guys, right? You can only go so much as far as like pads are concerned. Trust me, man, if you've been in the industry for as long as I have, and I've been padding like a long time, eventually you'll feel it. That's why a lot of people start wearing like supports on their wrist, or they've had like even golfers or tennis elbow from like from somebody hitting too hard, and that thing snaps back. So with these, you don't, because the client knows that they don't have to hit too hard. That's why you're not getting them punishment punches, right? So it's a perfect equipment, a coach's equipment, for you to teach and for you to save your own wrist. All right. So once again, the BXP-1 boxing paddles from our sponsor Fairtex, real good quality. They've been coming out with some really sweet boxing equipment. And on top of this, it comes in a very nice nylon waterproof bag, so you can carry them anywhere. Make sure they're safe. It's very easy to clean, super easy to clean. Spray with some some dead cell disinfectant or alcohol, wipe it, and you're good to go. So once again, the BXP-1, it's available in fight stores, online fight stores. Get yourself a pair. They got some they got some real nice colors in there, and have fun with it. Okay, these are, man, if not for these, my wrist would have been messed up a long time ago. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video and for checking out my review on the Fairtex boxing paddles. And I hope you guys have a great training. To the countries out there that's still on lockdown, don't sweat it, man. I mean, find yourself a little space, stay healthy, keep the fitness going, and may God bless you all. Thank you so much, guys. Peace.